Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We are now about a day away from the launch of Season 6 as, come September 28th around 11 p.m. Pacific time, Season 5 should be coming to a close and the Season 6 update should be live. And as we've talked about over the past few days, a lot of stuff is going to be changing. From the Warzone map to the Battle Pass to some back-end and behind-the-scenes stuff as well. And with that, today we're going over all the confirmed changes we have for Season 6 of Modern Warfare and Warzone. So, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, if you want to stay up to date with pretty much everything going on in Call of Duty, from news to updates and pretty much all other intel as well, feel free to hit that subscribe button as we are working towards 600,000 subscribers. Also, I'm pretty sure COD WARZONE is actually 30% off of G Fuel right now, so if you want to snag a new tub, a shaker cup, or even a starter pack, now is a great time to do so thanks to that extra discount. Anyways, we've actually got a lot of stuff confirmed for Season 6 already when it comes to what exactly is going to be changing. And just because we're covering everything we know is going to change, there are a few things that are kind of recaps of what we've talked about earlier on this week. So, briefly going over those, obviously Warzone is going to be getting some pretty spicy physical changes with Season 6, including a brand new metro system, and if you want to learn more about that and how that's going to work and what exactly that's going to be like, we talked about this a few days back and that video will be linked down in the description below. Now, Season 6 is also going to change up the Battle Pass as we're going to be getting a fresh 100 tiers of new content there, and within the Season 6 pass, as of right now, we know we're going to have Farah at tier 0, Nikolai at tier 100, and then also 2 DLC weapons as well, those being the AS Val and then also the R700 Sniper, and those are probably going to be unlocked at tier 15 and tier 31 like we've seen throughout all the previous seasons too. We should also expect to see some changes to the multiplayer map rotation, but as of now, curiously enough, no new maps have been teased or announced or even leaked for Season 6, so that's something we're going to have to wait to find out about on Monday. Then, other than that, there's also one potential change that we usually see with each new season. That, of course, is some brand new weapon tuning. Now, this is the one thing that's not 100% confirmed here, so just keep that in mind, but there's always a chance we see some new buffs and nerfs added into the game, and of course, if those do end up happening, we'll be covering them right here on the channel. Now, outside of all the recap stuff, there's also quite a few changes that are confirmed specifically for Season 6. Then also some others that are kind of general, but we haven't really talked about them up until now. So, in Warzone specifically, along with every single season, something we always end up having changed is that of the ground loot and then also the chest loot as well for that matter. In the past, we've seen the ground loot consist of M4s and 725s and whatnot. This past season was a lot of EBRs and SA-87s and an absolute ton of Origins. So personally, I am very excited to see the ground loot changed, mainly because I'm just really tired of the Origin spam, if I'm being honest. It's probably the most used and abused weapon in Warzone right now, and I think a lot of that problem stems from the fact that it is probably the most common ground spawn in the game. So in my mind, the Season 6 ground loot update is going to be a very nice change of pace. Watch, I say that the next season, it's like nothing but Rytechs and Dragunovs. Please, Infinity Ward, we can't be doing this. But yeah, that's definitely a very big change coming in the next few days. Then alongside that, we should also see the Gulag update a bit as well, and we should see some new weapons added in there. Now, as far as this change goes, we're not really sure if that's simply going to be another weapons rotation. So, like right now we have the snipers, I believe we just had the rifles and the SMGs like a week ago, so we're not sure if this is going to be just like a switch to the pistols or something else, or if it's going to change it up entirely. For that one, we are just going to have to wait and see. Now, we've also got a handful of backend changes that have been confirmed at this point, and this info is mainly coming from the Trello board. And here, starting off in multiplayer, Infinity Ward currently has the following things listed as fixed in a future update. So, we've got the muzzle selection for the fin using some kind of bad angle, I guess, and that's going to be fixed. We've got the player's left hand blocking the iron sight when using the Romanian barrel on the AK-47. And side note here, if you use any kind of optic, I believe that fixes this temporarily, but obviously a more permanent fix to the iron sight problem is coming in Season 6. Then we see they're fixing the watch and the heartbeat sensor not being visible when you use the chainsaw stock on the Fin LMG, and also the explosive and thermite ammo not functioning properly on the chronic variant for the Rytech AMR. Now, as far as Warzone goes, here we see they're fixing wins not properly tracking, but they're not super specific on this one, so I'm not sure if this has to do with certain LTMs not tracking or just wins in general. I know some LTMs do give out wins right now, like for instance buyback quads, and even mini royale trios does it now too, but then other LTMs don't. Obviously things like Rumble wouldn't make too much sense to count for wins, but yeah, apparently the tracking there is messed up and that's getting fixed here soon. Then we also see that Season 6 is going to fix players being invincible while on the Ascenders, and I think in general the hitboxes here are pretty weird, so that's going to be changed here soon. And so is players seeing non-standard loot spawn on the ground. And unfortunately, this one is referencing the glitched loot that's primarily found in the Superstore right now. If you didn't know, Superstore recently has basically been the best place to land for fast loot, because some games you'll land there and there will be like an infinite amount of armor satchels. Some games there's going to be a ton of grenade launchers. And then other games there is just massive amounts of cash lying around, ranging from $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 backpacks, even up to like $12,000 bags, which obviously means whoever lands there first and gets out alive is basically going to be set for the entire match. I think there was even one game last week where my squad left Super having like $130,000 to start the game, which is great for having a fun match, but probably shouldn't be like that in the long run. So glitch Superstore loot is going to be fixed here in Season 6, so plan accordingly. Your drops may change because of that. Then finally for Warzone, they're also going to be fixing the armor satchels, giving you a full 8 plates when you pick one up. And this one again is honestly a bug that makes gameplay a ton of fun, but it definitely can be abused, because anytime you pick up a satchel, whether it's from ground loot or a chest spawn or even from a dead player, you always get those 8 armor plates. And if you play it right, you can definitely cheese that and get a ton of extra armor out of it, so that is unfortunately going to be fixed as well. Also, Joel Emsley did confirm over on Reddit that they're going to be updating the USEF1 and USEF2 skins to look different, as sometimes they glitch out and they end up looking the same. Now, one final thing I wanted to bring up, this is not confirmed to be getting fixed, but I did want to mention it because it's something that definitely needs to be fixed, is that of the heartbeat sensor glitch, where basically you go to pull out your heartbeat sensor and your game just completely freezes for like 4 or 5 seconds. Definitely a very, very big issue in Warzone. It can be pretty detrimental in certain situations, so hopefully that one is going to get fixed here shortly. But yeah, with all of that being said, those are effectively all of the confirmed changes we have for Season 6 of Modern Warfare and Warzone. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here, if you want to help us reach 600k before Black Ops Cold War releases, feel free to subscribe to stay on top of all the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, and pretty much everything else in between. As I mentioned earlier, right now I believe COD WARZONE is actually going to get you 30% off your G Fuel order, so if you want to grab anything there, be it a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything like that, COD WARZONE has got you covered. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.